Do you think having a celebrity as a co-founder of a startup is a good idea? Yes, sure. A free marketing channel for an early stage startup sounds like not a bad idea, right? It can be a huge advantage, but if only you have a good product and a good business model. This is the story of Indonesia's sustainability startup called Octopus and how they have fallen from having 80 billion funding into a big scandal. So it was back at 2020 when Muhammad Ihsan and Hamish Daud started this company with brilliant vision, which to be a company that will help business with their waste management system. So more scavengers or pemulung will getting better incentive, and the company as a waste maker could get their waste managed easily. In addition, it will also reduce the waste that will end up in the landfill. When this startup is receiving a big funding at 2022, and thanks to the fame of the celebrity co-founder, they gain very good traction. With 700 waste bank, 14,000 and 1,600 train collector, and 200 more users. Not bad, right? But the drama started 6 months later. In 2023, there is a series of reports that the company delayed the employee salary. The CEO said that this delayed salary is coming from the transition of the company. They are processing a pivot from B2C to focus more on the B2B. And this transition causing problem on the company cash flow. Not only that, later those years, there are several allegations of the CEO is committing a fraud activity. One of it is the claim of the CEO that having degree from the UC Berkeley, but as the investigation report from a media, it revealed there is no such record. Remind me of Mike from the Suit series.
This is my dirty little secret. You could have fired me when you found out and you didn't.
Anyway, employee of Octopus is also described the company has a toxic working culture because many complaints from the employee is actually unheard, leading to fear and chaos inside the company. And as January 2024, 6 months later, the virtual presence of the company is actually dead. The mobile app is accessible. The Instagram is saying like they will come back later, and practically there is no other blog post happening in the website of the Octopus. And the employee is put on the rest mode without any clear direction of the company future. And as per February 2024, Hamish Daud is resigned due to personal reasons. The spokesperson say that Hamish Daud only held a CMO position, and he also doesn't receive any salary for the past 4 months. He actually also the victim of the company. And in July 2024, the CEO is actually trying to sell the company into the competitor, but unfortunately it failed. Until now, we don't have any information whether the company is still operated or not. But practically, the Instagram is already deactivated. The website is no longer accessible, so practically the online presence is dead. So yeah, I don't think they will still operate. Anyway, so what goes wrong? I think there are two mistakes that we can point out from this story. The first one is actually coming from the lack of the financial planning. So how come you have 5 million of funding, but in the month of 6, you don't have money to giving your employee salary, and you blame it was transition into B2B, so you don't have any cash flow? I don't buy that. And the second one is actually the toxic working environment. This is coming from the whistleblower that we saw in the e-commerce forum, that the employee already raised the concern, but the management is only remain silent even there is a big crisis within internal of the company. So yeah, I think from those mistakes we can see the lesson learned that we can get from this story. The first one is actually spend your money wisely. Anyway, why I'm talking with English accent? So I don't know how this startup is spending 1 million US dollar per month. It's about 16 billion rupiah. There is a lot of money. I think there is something wrong with their financial planning, and that they are too ambitious on the expansion, or they just did not calculate properly. I don't know. But I think that's our first lesson. So make sure every money that we have, we spend it carefully and wisely, because cash flow is something that I think you don't want to have the problem with it. And the second one is, I think, to not having a toxic working environment, we should treat our employee as like an insider. I mean, they have right to know what happened in our company. Basically, they also putting their financial security at risk. So when the crisis like this happen, they can prepare for the worst lah. So in the end, they are human. They has family to be provided. So yeah, don't be that toxic company. And the last one is integrity is everything. I still don't understand why the CEO is lying to have degree from UC Berkeley. I think I know that you need a good credential, but if you are committing a fraud here, I mean, losing money, you still can get it on other day. But losing integrity, I think it will hurt your career and reputation for the rest of your life. So that's the story of one of the startup company in Indonesia, and hope you guys like it. This is my first English content, so if you have any feedback or anything to say, please do not hesitate to put it on the comment below. I would love very much to hear your feedback. And yeah, thank you for watching and see you on the next one. Bye.